Uh, Good morning and welcome to Morning Coffee with Rob. Um, Today is Friday, June 19th. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. If you came to tune in last night for Thursday Night Thoughts, it didn't happen last night, unfortunately. I ended up being on a conference call that lasted a little bit longer than expected. So it didn't really end up coming on as I had planned, which was okay. I didn't actually have anything figured out for it, which kind of made me realize that maybe Thursday Night Thoughts might be one of the shows that I end up having to cut back on, perhaps, or maybe just kind of end in general. I'm not too sure yet. I've done 10 episodes of it and I really enjoyed it, but I just trying to come up with ideas each week for it has become a little bit more difficult. So it might be a show I scale back a little bit more. So that's kind of where I think I've decided on that one is the Thursday Night Thoughts will be the one I scale back on, and I'll keep running with the morning coffee. I'm just look at doing some revamps on the morning coffee to provide more value for it during the morning. So it'll be a lot of fun. So I'll still be kind of rambling a little bit, I guess, to the camera about my days and kind of recapping stuff a little bit. However, then as well, I'm going to also provide different information for you as well. And I'm going to try and set up some interview segments. So I'm going to try and come up with a few questions for some people that I would like to have on the show as interviewees. Just got to figure out how to make it all work because they're in a remote location. So I got to just figure out how to be able to have them there and me here and make it all work out properly. But I think that's something I'm going to look at doing is being able to provide interview segments as well. So each, like a different show, will have an interview maybe once a week. And then once a week, I will also bring in some different ideas and concepts as well. Some of it will be from some of the work that I've been doing recently again as well. So that'll be kind of cool. So I'll have like a little, I guess, picture-in-picture thing like here-ish that will show some different information. And then maybe I'll have it cut to a whole other display as I talk over it and do some explanation. I think that would be pretty sweet. So I think that's what I'll end up doing, as I missed the 15-second thoughts earlier this week to get posted up to you. I have a few of them, so I'm going to try and get those posted out anyway. And then the Thursday Night Thoughts, I might just cut back on how many episodes of that one I end up doing, just because it does take a little bit more to try and figure out. And then the morning coffee with Rob, I'm also going to, look at trying to add a few more things to it and add a little bit more value for everybody and see what I can do there with some guests to interview, and then bring in some other information and concepts and strategies that could potentially help people. So that's kind of the plan there with Thursday Night, or with some of the shows I have running. Like I said, Thursday Night Thoughts ended up running out to 10 episodes in total, and I think that's where that one will end up stopping. And then I will try to do something else maybe once every couple of weeks or once a month, maybe even two, where it might not be Thursday Night Thoughts, might be considered something different. I haven't fully decided yet, so we will see as to what I can do there. I'm not too sure yet, so I will have to figure that one out. But yeah, yesterday was a gorgeous day. Oh man, the sun was out. It was hot. It was just a gorgeous day yesterday. We ended up, I went and got my stepdad and got his stuff done that he needed to get done. Got a few little things that I had to do to get done, and then I met up with some friends down at what's left of our beach. There's not much of it left. We all, because we can have up to, I think it's like 10 people together, so we kind of just hung out at a little picnic table or picnic area by ourselves, and then made sure we kept our distance from other folks as well, so that we were still maintaining our social distancing, but kind of together. But we were not like together. We were all still kind of separated a bit. So we tried to keep the social distancing as a thing that needed to be done. So we were trying to be good people about the whole thing. And we definitely kept our space from others as well. Not that there was a lot of people down there, just because there isn't a lot of beach left. So it makes it really difficult to be able to be down there at all. I apologize if I sound a little funny today. My allergies have definitely kicked in for the next couple weeks, and I am definitely stuffed up. My throat's a little funky, and I definitely been snoring a lot more than I normally do. I can I can feel it in my mouth, and it just tastes kind of gross. And it's just, yeah, the the allergies have definitely kicked in. My eyes are all itchy and watery, and it has not been a lot of fun the last couple of days, especially today because it seems to have gotten worse. I'm not sure if it's because I have to have the fans on now or what, but it is definitely allergies have my allergy season specifically has now kicked in because people are mowing their lawns a lot more frequently, and the people have doing their hay as well, and it's definitely pardon me, affected me now. Oh my goodness. Oh, mind you, I don't think it's affected my dog Harley a whole lot. She seems like she's having a lot of fun down there, just rolling around on the carpet, having a great old time. Hey, Harley. Yeah, that's how she rocks her mornings a lot of the time. She's such a goofball. I was going to take her down to the beach yesterday too, but there's a specific spot you have to go for dogs, and it's that whole section of the beach is completely underwater. You actually have to sit on the trail pretty much in the forested section to be able to play with the dogs and have them run out into the water. And Harley loves to chase sticks, so you can't really throw the sticks out of the forest so easily into the water just because it's a little bit denser vegetation right at the edge of the forest going into the beach. So trying to throw sticks out of the forest into the water would not be quite as easy. So she stayed at home, and I went and hung out with my friends for a little bit. And but that was good because it was pretty hot, and she just hung out in the grass in my backyard and just rolled around and drank her water and got cooled back off because there's some pretty decent shade back there as well. Yeah. Today I thought we were supposed to be in for some decent weather, but it looks like we're actually going to be in for a decent amount of potential rain from what it sounded like. Let's just check here. Mostly cloudy, chance of rain. It says it's only 10%. But it does look like we're in for a bit higher than 10% chance. It's a high of 28 today, so mostly cloudy, yeah. And then tomorrow we're supposed to be in for thunderstorms, and then Sunday we're supposed to be in for rain. So anyone who's out there camping, be aware we are in for thunderstorms and rain over the weekend in our region. So we will have to see how all that ends up working out for everybody. I'm sure it'll all be fine. Camping's camping. It's always fun, whether rain or shine, as long as you are out there having fun with family and friends. I have some friends that are actually going out camping this weekend as well. They have some property out in an area in the North Shuswap, so they will be out there with some of their other family as well, just hanging out and taking in nature. So they are going to go have a bunch of fun this weekend, and I'm really hoping it does not rain for them because I think they'll have more fun without the rain. But it's still fun even with rain, so we will have to see how it all goes for them. I'm excited for them to go camping, though. I'm a little jealous actually because I don't get a lot of opportunity to go camping. So the kids and I am going to try and drag out to go camping this year, which will be a lot more fun. Because I know we've gone camping in the backyard, so we've done stay-at-home camping, which was a lot of fun, and the kids enjoyed quite a bit. The reason we did the stay-at-home camping was to see if Jason worked with it okay. Who's my youngest son, who's autistic. So I was never too sure how he would do with sleeping outside, basically, because now he's outside the entire time. It's a different experience because he'll hear more noises and the air will be different, and he'll be outside. The very, very first time his mom and I did try to have him outside, He ended up playing out on the swing set the entire time that was out there, or on the not the swing set, but the tree swing that we had out there, and he just did that pretty much the entire time. So it didn't work out so well the first time, but the second time I tried it, it worked phenomenally, as he just went outside and just hung out and slept. He had his big brother. No, did I have a big brother out there with him? No, I didn't have a man out there with him. It was literally, yeah, it was me and Mr. J. We hung out outside and slept. A man hung out by himself. So me and Mr. J went and slept outside. I slept out there with him to make sure he would fall asleep better, and that he had parental supervision as well. And it worked quite decent. Like he really took to it once I was out there, which was really good. So I think if we actually decide to go camping, I think he will do perfectly fine with it. Now that we've tested out sleeping in the backyard a few times, we haven't done that in a couple years, so it might be something we have to try again on a weekend just to see how well it does end up working before we actually make that plunge into actual camping. So we will set up in the backyard and just see how well he does with it. Because like I said, it's been a couple years since we have tried, so it might not work out quite as well. Actually, it should work out perfectly fine because he's a bit older and he'll understand a lot more about sleeping in the tent. And it's a big tent, so he shouldn't really have much of a problem there. And the air mattress is pretty comfortable as well. So it's something I'll have to try out again with him before we actually make the big plunge for camping, just to get him kind of used to the idea again. And then we'll take the plunge into actual camping, which I think will work out quite well. Actually, I'm really sure it'll work out well. I'm sure he'll have tons of fun because he'll go play in the lake all day long, and then he'll come back into the camp, and then he will want to sleep all night because he'll have burned off so much energy. Or at least that's the hope, right? At least that's my hope for him. So that's pretty much going to be it for today. I think I'm going to wrap her up because I'm having a bit of a hard time breathing. I need to go and fix some of that congestion. So I want to say thank you very much for joining me this morning for Morning Coffee with Rob. And I don't do these over the weekend if you're kind of new to the show. So I take Saturdays and Sundays to myself, and then Wednesdays as well. Saturdays and Sundays, it's usually because I have my kids and I'm trying to concentrate a bit more on them. I mean, I have them Mondays and Tuesday mornings as well, but it's something that I like to do this during the week so I can at least have something during the week to do a little bit more so. So I will talk to you all later, and I look forward to seeing you on Monday morning. I hope you all have a fantastic day, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you happen to be. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, and I look forward to seeing you later. Have a great day, everybody. I'll talk to you later.